Okay. I know I said I was gonna be back on screen this week, but I guess I lied, and I'm sorry. I'm not on again for the same reason. The fluffy white stuff is back. Yep, and they're calling it Storm Keenan. Well, yeah, it's making its way up most of the East Coast. Several states are already declaring states of emergency. According to CNN's reporting, 19 million people across these states are still under severe weather alerts. They're also saying that this might potentially be a historic nor'easter. We'll see about that. Anyway, there's whiteout conditions, strong winds, coastal flooding, even issues with, again, overturned tractor trailers on I-95, this time in New York, and also over 100,000 power outages in Massachusetts, and all types of other nonsense. Can we cancel this, though? Can't we cancel winter? What happened to cancel culture? I'm ready to be done with this. But you know what? That's all right. That's all right for now. Because I'm here. You're watching Fresh Press. I'm in Tasha. My channel's Queen of Spades. And I'm ready to get started. Let's get to it. Okay, this is fresh from earlier today. There have been mixed reports about whether or not Tom Brady plans to retire. There was a report that came out from ESPN confirming Tom Brady's retirement, but of course, throughout the rest of the day, there were a bunch of new reports and updates stating that Tom Brady didn't never confirm that and that it was possible in the future. Just a bunch of confusing news, and we really don't know what's going on. Please help us understand what is happening here. Is Tom Brady retiring or not? But that's all we have for that. I'm going to jump right into the headlines, and I'll just go ahead and start with the COVID updates. First thing I wanted to mention was that there is this new Omicron subvariant, like the Omicron variant had a child, and it's called BA2. At least that's what they're calling it. It's been found in parts of Asia and Europe. Don't know much about it, but I guess we will soon. Also, the CDC announces that Pfizer and Moderna are starting trials for a vaccine that targets Omicron. I guess that's a good thing. Okay, but you want to know what's not a good thing? Bridges collapsing. Yeah, so what was this, Thursday? A bridge collapses in Pittsburgh. The irony is that this happens while Biden was on his way or en route to the city, what they call the Iron City, to discuss infrastructure. And during the course of all this, the structure, well, one of the structures in the city collapses. Isn't that ironic? Okay, so here's another story that's been in the headlines lately. Y'all might know this story. A girl by the name of Lauren Smith Fields. She was dead in her apartment in Connecticut after she went on a date with a guy that she met on a dating app. I think it's called Bumble. Anyway, the issue is that this happened last month, like over a month ago. It was December 12th. And the police took over a month to open an investigation about this. This story was originally not taken seriously by the police. The investigation was even botched. Her family still has questions. The reason why it's in the news this week is because earlier this week it was determined that her death was caused by an accidental overdose. There's a lot to do with that. There's a lot going on. Also, another reason why it's in the news this week is because her family not only still has questions, but they also credited Cardi B with getting the police to finally launch an investigation. The guy who she went on a date with was a 37-year-old Matthew LaFontaine. He's actually the person who called 911 to report it. But this story has so many layers, we can't even cover it all in the little bit of time that I have here. So I'm going to have to do a completely different video to cover this. For now, I'm ready to jump right into court updates. The first one is just a little update. The trial started for the 3 former police officers accused of ignoring George Floyd's pleas for help, and you know when. That actually began on Monday. Of course, as the updates come, we'll be bringing them to you. So we'll see what's going on with that. Also, there's another court case, and it involves Cardi B. She won her case against Tasha K for a libel suit because Tasha K was posting videos saying that she was a prostitute at some point in the past, had contracted STIs, and just a bunch of rumors that, were very damaging to Cardi B. And she went on 3 separate claims: general damages, punitive damages, personal costs, medical expenses. Ultimately, the damages total $4.1 million. Tasha came back saying a bunch of weird stuff about the machine is against her, but I don't know what that's about. I mean, I really like to know what machine took Tasha K to court, because that sounds really interesting. As far as I know, people took her to court and lies caused her to end up in court. And the fact that the lies were damaging to Cardi B is what caused her to lose the court case. I'm sure nowhere in the court case did they say the machine versus Tasha K or anything like that. So whatever. Wrong. Pay $4.1 million if you got it. Okay, so I know I mentioned a little bit about Tom Brady earlier. That was just because it happened today. There's a few more things I want to talk about in sports, starting with the NBA. First, during the 76ers game against the LA Lakers, a fan was ejected from the game on Thursday for allegedly calling Carmelo Anthony boy. They said he was yelling out, "Get in the corner, boy," and "Keep shooting, boy." I got a little video to show you too. I'm going to put it up now.
94-78. Carmelo Anthony is getting into it with some fans here just behind our broadcast area. They've been riding him for about 4 straight possessions. Melo started looking in their direction. The conversation continued, and now Melo has had enough and began to move towards them. Leon Wood has stepped in with security. And there might be an ejection in play here.
Yeah, it looks like it is. Security's here. The referees are pointing at him, and we've got a couple of guys.
So that's how that went. And y'all already know. Don't no grown-ass black man like to be called boy, especially when it comes to taunting or something like that. We know how it is. Moving on to the NFL. All right. Was last weekend not the best playoff weekend, like, ever? I mean, it came down to every game coming down to the final seconds. One game went into overtime. And here's the funny thing. Some fans are feeling like the overtime rules need to be changed. Some officials are feeling like that. And I don't know, but maybe, just maybe, I might be feeling like that too. I did feel cheated out of overtime when a coin toss pretty much ended the game, the overtime, at least part of the game, just about as soon as it started. I didn't like it at all. But I'm going to tell you, a lot of people are speaking out about this, and they got a lot to say. I wonder if they actually change it. It's probably not likely, but I guess we'll see one day. Anyway, the NFL Conference Championships are tomorrow. The Bengals play the Chiefs at 3 p.m. The 49ers play the Rams at 6:30 p.m. Get ready to watch that. Also, apparently, the Bengals Pro Shop is out of this jersey indefinitely. And it's because after last week's winning game, with the final field goal being the determining factor for the Bengals kicker, Evan McPherson's, his jersey is in high demand and they're sold out. Let me just point out that it's not usual for a kicker's jersey to be in high demand like that. So that's just another way you know that these were some real playoff games. I'm going to go ahead and insert something about the Giants right here. So the Giants hired a new head coach. who has 4 years experience with the Bills. His name is Brian. It looks like the ball. I think that's how you pronounce it. And he also joins a new GM that they hired recently. I think it's Joe. I don't know. His first name is Joe. And the last name is spelled Schoen. I don't know how to pronounce that. You see it. All right, y'all. So I don't plan to keep y'all here all night. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up with what to watch. Mainly the only thing I got on my list is Janet Jackson. It is a Lifetime special airing on Lifetime and A&E. Actually, it already aired. It came out yesterday, part 1 and 2 at 8 p.m. Part 3 and 4 came on earlier today. And it's called Janet Jackson with a period, straight like that. I watched the first and second part. I didn't get to the third and fourth part yet. But from what I've seen, it was pretty interesting. It's like a documentary. They're talking about everything. She's like talking about things you normally don't hear her talk about. Watch it. And for those who already watched it, did you notice that a K. Michelle special came on after talking about My Killer Body? It was like about issues and complications from plastic surgery. Oh, I wasn't ready for it. Did y'all see it? Okay, so there's just one more thing I want to do before we go. And that's check in on your boy Ye. Just to see if he's okay. And so let's see what's going on with Ye today. Oh, well, this week, really. All right, so it looks like he had an interview with Jason Lee. And he sends out a little warning saying that the Kardashians should not play with his kids. All right, so it sounds like he's serious about that. Then allegedly, he went and retrieved a laptop from Ray J. Apparently, this laptop was said to have like a part 2 sex tape from Ray J and Kim, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Ray J wants no parts of this drama. He put out a tweet saying that he's insisting that this needs to stop. And I truly don't blame Ray J. Well, how did he get dragged into this in the first place? Same for Pete Davidson. Anyway, y'all, I am done. I'm officially done. As always, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for coming back. I can't wait to see y'all again next week. I am NY Tasha. My channel is Queen of Spades. You're watching Fresh Press. Have a good night.